Good evening and welcome to Writers on Writing. I'm your host, Dr. DrGreene, and we come to you every Sunday and give you, our listening audience, an opportunity to hear writers from the African diaspora talk about their work, their lives, and their craft. And we are coming to you from the studio of Medgar Evers College over the airways of WMYE 91.5 FM. I always knew that I wanted to do something that involved reading and writing. And I think I can say at least by 5 years old, when I started Catholic school and came home and told my mother I can read, and I had memorized the first story in the book. So I always loved reading, and I always used to love going to the library. I would take out the maximum number of books. I was one of those people that at night had the flashlight in my bed so I could read. I loved my books. I loved reading. I was very comfortable with being myself and being by myself. And so, and I didn't have a lot of friends. The friends I had were very, very loyal. And I tell my students when I find that they're afraid to speak, I said, I understand that. And I understand what it's like to be quiet and to be the observer. In my yearbook, my high school yearbook, they wrote, if silence were golden, I'd own Fort Knox. Because I was a quiet child and because I was considered by some a nerd, very often I was the only black person or person of color in my class. I was that representative voice, and sometimes that was uncomfortable for me. So as a result, since it was uncomfortable for me, I made it my business when I decided to teach to be very present about what it means to be that voice and to not be afraid to take that responsibility, because I began to realize that if I did not take that responsibility, that people will continue to make assumptions about the expectations and the goals and behaviors and attitudes of Black people and people of color. Good writing is writing that's passionate. Good writing is writing that shows evidence of the writer's voice. Good writing is writing that is very clear and pointed. When I finished my doctorate, I don't think I was a good writer because I had learned to write in a voice that was an academic voice and not my voice. And then I had to consciously work at moving from that academic voice to a voice that encompassed my views, my person, myself. And from that perspective, many people are good writers. They don't know because they have not allowed themselves to have the opportunity to just write freely. As a professional, as a mother, I wear many hats. I'm an educator, I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother. I have many blessings, and I enjoy the work I do. I enjoy giving back. I believe in living the purpose-driven life. I strongly believe in that. But my family gives me joy, and my work gives me joy. I would say my family, I'm very blessed to still have my mother. Many people don't have that. And I feel loved and respected, and not many people have that. Not everyone has that. So I value that. I'm very, very proud of my sons, Talib Kweli Green, who is living his life as he desired, who's very passionate about his work, and my other son, Jamal Kwame Green, who is a professor of law at Columbia University. And one of the things that their father and I really talked to them about doing was finding their passion. And they both have found their passion. And they both are writers in different ways. Talib is writing lyrics as a hip-hop artist, and Jamal is writing essays and papers on constitutional law. So I'm very, very pleased and excited that they have found their niche in the world, and I think that's something that not everyone has an opportunity to do.